Until today, September 16, 2024, Western analysts are discussing the question of why the Ukrainian forces postponed its offensive from a new direction for almost a month. It began in the area of Novyi Prut and nearby Medvezh'e on the Kursk-Sumy border, and during this time the direction of the future offensive became unclear. Ukrainian infantry used the IMR to break through the dragon teeth, but the vehicles were quickly destroyed by Russian troops. So, it can be predicted that the plans of the Zelensky regime were essentially not postponed, but disrupted when a large-scale counter-operation of Russian forces, which managed to liberate many settlements while destroying the enemy. Remember, Russian military correspondents published footage of the beginning of the Ukrainian offensive from a new direction a few days ago on September 11, simultaneously with the Russian counter-offensive on Wednesday. Several Ukrainian armored vehicles began a breakthrough and were seen in the Glushkovo district, which they had previously cut off from the Pontoon Bridge over the Seym River, but eventually they got into the Russian tactical encirclement. The main argument for the failure of the Ukrainian offensive from there is the coincidence of the beginning of the Russian counter-operation, namely the issue of capturing Kursk-Sumy. The armored group also intended to rescue their group that was repulsed in the Kursk-Sumy district, which at that time was surrounded by Russian troops. In the video, an engineering vehicle clears the trenches and under the cover of two tanks, tries to overcome the fields and the Russian dragon teeth. But both tanks were destroyed in the forest plantations, one of them by an attack drone from the 56th Regiment of the Russian Armed Forces. The smoking armored vehicle at the end of the video is the same IMR. Instead, the armed forces of Ukraine planned to first take the settlement of Kursk-Sumy, and then begin to seize the area cut off from the bridgehead. Borky in the Sudza district was liberated by Russian troops yesterday morning, September 15. Soldiers of the 382nd Battalion of the 810th Marine Brigade, with the support of the Wild Division of Donbass, the Arbat Special Unit, and the Ossetian Battalion Sarmat, announced live from Borky that the Ukrainian troops there had been destroyed, and the survivors had fled. The armed forces of Ukraine are trying to hold out and are actively defending themselves in the occupied settlements of the Kursk region, but in any case, they are being forced to retreat at such a speed that many will not be able to get out alive, abandoning their vehicles, some of which have become trophies from other positions in the Kursk region. Marines from the 810th Brigade captured the Tunguska anti-aircraft missile and gun system, which is still in very good condition. Meanwhile, groups of armed forces of Ukraine men and women are being captured or surrender en masse every day, as shown in the latest footage reported by the Russian military. The captured Ukrainian paratroopers are asking Kiev to take them away as soon as possible, and say that their command deliberately does not evacuate the dead and wounded from the battlefield, a representative of the Russian Security Services reports. During another attack on Ukrainian positions, Russian servicemen managed to capture two beautiful Ukrainian girls who serve in the Azov Brigade. Russian servicemen took their phones and gained access to them, containing adult photos and videos. It is difficult to imagine something worse for them, but now they are in a good situation. Captured soldier of the 20th Battalion of the 61st Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine, a disabled person of the second group, Vitaly Besedin said that he decided to defect after learning that he and his fellow soldiers were being taken to the Kursk region.
сделал еще пригоден этот самый. Мы там просадка слуха до 40%.
Когда вы узнали, что вы находитесь в Курской области?
В Курск, когда приехали на позицию, это самое, первый же день, ну, утром, нас вечером, ночью забрали 4, 2 у нас выгрузили, 2 уехало куда-то. А вот потом еще ребят, ну, приехали, то тогда уже узнали, что мы в Курской области. А так никто ничего напрямую нам не говорил. Смысла на российскую территорию никого, ну, ни желания, никого не было заходить.
Почему? Было понимание, что вы отсюда можете не выйти?
Было.
Говорили об этом сослуживцы?
Со своими, нет, у меня план был як спетлять отсюда, но хотел, ну, придумать.
И как вы думали отсюда, как вы вообще думали покинуть эту территорию?
Посадками як-то выйти, полями, посадками. Другого смысла не было, ну, варианта не было.
То есть вы планировали побег